Hello, everyone. I am Tyler Gray, and welcome to Forged in Chaos Daily. So, today's video, what I'm going to talk about is I've done videos prior to this on self-worth. You're going to hear me talk a lot about self-worth, and the reason is because it's that big of an issue. In fact, I'm going to say it this way: self-worth, self-value, confidence is not the right word, but confidence is derived from self-worth. But the thing I was going to say is a lack of self-worth is generally what I find to be the core disease. There's a lot of symptoms of self-worth issues, but really the disease is self-worth. So I'm going to talk a lot about that disease. Today I'm going to talk about why you must deal with self-worth issues. The main reason is, as I said, it's the disease, it's not a symptom, but lack of self-worth is a side effect of a traumatic/chaotic childhood, however you want to define it. When traumatic things, when a child is raised or grows up in a traumatic environment, it leads to a lack of self-worth because the child feels that the reason that the traumatic events are happening, children feel that they're responsible, they're egocentric, they feel they're responsible for everything, to include their environment. So if the environment is traumatic and bad, harsh, etc., the child internalizes the external events and feels that they're responsible for them. So a child therefore says, things are bad because I'm bad. Bad things must be happening because I'm bad. Or not worthy, not good enough to have things be good, not traumatic, not chaotic, etc. So the reason that a lack of self-worth, low self-worth also, however you want to define it, as I said, comes from that environment. I just explained why. So the reason that I am advocating or saying that you need to fix and address your low self-worth issues is because if you don't, you're basically, if you've got low self-worth issues and you're, let's say in your 20s or 30s, maybe you don't realize that you have low self-worth issues like I didn't. I didn't know that I had low self-worth for probably into my 40s. I didn't even know it was a thing, to be honest with you. And actually, let me go into that for a little bit, because another good way to say it would be confidence. A person with low self-worth can have confidence. How? Well, let me give you an example. A person with low self-worth, internal low self-worth, for me, I basically thought that worth came from external things. So because I didn't have any inherent worth, I felt I had to get worth by getting things. What things are we talking about? Money, fame, popularity, good looks, you name it, being smart, anything that would be considered, a good attribute, or dating a pretty girl, or, being friends with a lot of pretty girls, being friends with the popular guys, anything like that. I thought that confidence was derived from, and worth, therefore, was derived from those external things. So a person with low self-worth can absolutely be confident, but the confidence is due to those external things. So a person with internal low self-worth can be confident as long as they have external, what I call trophies, money. Let's use money. As long as a person that has fundamental low self-worth has money, they may have all the confidence in the world. If you're a billionaire, it's pretty easy to be confident as a billionaire. That being said, I've known billionaires, and I've known some that have self-worth issues, and their entire confidence is quite frankly built on an empire of sand, or a foundation of sand, because they place all of their value in their money, and they have no value outside of their money to themselves, let alone other people. And by the way, people will treat you how you treat yourself. So if you place all your value in money, then people will place all of your value in money as well. So it's very easy to have confidence in external things. For me, I had confidence as long as I was in a cool job in the military, as long as I was in great shape, as long as I could, flirt and get girls. I was at a height of confidence before I got injured in the military, not because of me, but because of those external quote unquote trophies that I had. And it was very easy to be confident with those trophies. When I got injured and then subsequently got medically retired, every single one of those trophies that I just named was gone. My shelves were empty, and therefore my confidence was gone. I had absolutely zero confidence internally without those external validation trophies. So going back to why do you need to solve your self-worth issues internally without external things? Because if you don't, when those things go, so will your value to yourself. So let's say all the entrepreneurial advice, all the get rich quick schemes, all the success that you have in anything, it's polishing the brass on the Titanic. If you don't deal with your fundamental core lack of self-worth issues, again, it's all going to go down at some point. It's only a matter of time until something happens and takes away one of those external ways that you're valuing yourself. So I cannot stress enough how important it is to focus on your own worth outside of anything external. Now, how do you do that? It's a great concept, right? Sounds easy enough, but how do you do it? There's a lot of ways. I'm going to do another video on tools, and I'm actually going to have some, I think this is one of those things that probably makes sense for me to put it on my webpage. And in the YouTube video to this video, I will put a link to my page that has tools on how to develop self-worth. But one of the core ways that I've found is, or two things I'll say. One is acceptance. It's absolutely key, is accepting yourself for who you are, everything you are, with nothing. No matter what I have, no matter what I do, no matter who I know, no matter if I'm single or with somebody, whether I'm on TV or not on TV, whether I'm working in a cool job that people think is cool, whether I'm freaking working in a McDonald's, I'm still me. At the end of the day, I'm still me. My strengths, mental strengths are the same. My weaknesses are the same. I'm still a human. I still fail all the time, etc. So it's really about, at its core, accepting who you are, flaws and all. I fuck shit up all the time. I make mistakes literally constantly, daily, and that's okay. That's what getting better is. That's what improving is. That's what being human is. The other thing, which really goes along with what I just said, but I'm going to say this as well, because they're kind of different, even though they're kind of not. And that is, once you accept who you are, and it takes time with yourself, in my opinion, to figure that out. But once you accept who you are, then you can be who you are. You can be the most authentic version of you. I cannot stress enough how important I think that is, to just be the most authentic version of yourself. One thing that I used to say all the time is, I cannot tell you how to be happy. I don't exactly know how to be happy, but I can tell you how to be miserable. And therefore, inversely, I can tell you how to be happy. But how to be miserable is simply this: be something different than who you fundamentally are, in whatever capacity that is. So for me, the easiest way to be happy is to be fundamentally who you are. Accept who you are, and then just start being the most authentic version of yourself. Once you truly accept it, and once you truly start being, you will accept your own value, because you won't need to be anything to anyone else. You'll be enough for you, and you'll be okay that you're enough for you. So again, I'll post some more tools. Those are just two kind of simple things that are more conceptual, less step driven, like maybe tools that I post will be. But those two concepts, I hope they help you. Again, I really believe that fixing self-worth issues can really transform your life. I can tell you it transformed mine, and so I want to put this out to help others do the same. So if you like this video, then go ahead and like it. And if you like these videos, then go ahead and subscribe. Thanks for watching.